I wanted to make the most authentic racing film I could. For this film, the question was, where does Sonny Hayes come from?
What does it take to make racing feel real again on the screen? It's not the excitement, it's not the flash. What is it to make it real? If you enjoy this type of level of analysis and deeper essays and narratives, join my community on convpod.com. The link is in the description. Now let's get into it. To capture racing truthfully, you need the driver's psychology, the team's rhythm, and the machines to build to survive violence at 200 miles an hour.
So at the beginning of the film, Lewis Hamilton felt that endurance racing would be a great place for Sonny Hayes to be found.
Now that's why this film starts in endurance racing, because that world isn't just a backstory. It's the software that programs the driver's mind. Endurance racing is where precision becomes survival. Every lap tests oxygen, instincts, and decisions.
To become a successful Formula One racer takes a lot of the ingredients that you need to be a long endurance driver.
There's been many drivers who have been in endurance racing and have returned to Formula One and had great results.
If Formula One is the scalpel, Daytona is the sledgehammer. And that contrast is the perfect origin for Sonny Hayes. Daytona exposes weakness, 31 degrees of banking, relentless G-force, and the psychological warfare of racing inches from disaster.
So in the opening, we find Sonny Hayes driving for Chip Hart Racing at Daytona.
3, 2, 1, action!
Daytona is one of the most challenging racetracks. The grit, endurance, what the athletes have to go through.
You have that massive banking and that huge grandstand with a stadium-like atmosphere.
When we went to the Daytona 24-hour race, we were pushing, we were banging wheels. That was very intense and very cool.
When you capture that pressure for real, the frame vibrates with truth. No simulation can match that. The Porsche GT3R isn't just a race car. It's a data-driven organism.
Endurance racing wouldn't be the same without Porsche. So it's only logical that Sonny Hayes is driving a Porsche.
So I called up Porsche. You know, racing is part of Porsche's DNA, and they provided GT3R race cars for the film.
Every vibration through steering column tells you the story, forcing an actor to react truthfully. This is where hardware meets human instincts.
That car is the pinnacle. It competes in GT3 series worldwide.
When this opportunity came up, it felt like if Porsche can be part of that, it was a no-brainer.
They had shut down the Porsche Experience Center in Carson for us and gave us a free run of the place. They also provided the training.
One of the people that we brought in was Patrick Long, a factory works race driver for Porsche.
Patrick is the real deal. He won the Daytona 24 Hours and Le Mans.
Patrick Long's training, the micro corrections, the breath patterns, and the subtle body language, you start to see how a real driver behaves when the limits disappear. Using an actual privateer team takes it even further. A race team has its own rhythm, its own torque, wrench ballot, the engineered driving code, the pit choreography built from thousands of repetitions.
He's been incredibly valuable training in the GT cars. I wanted to be connected with a real team because we wanted that authenticity.
So we found Wright Motorsports, which is a privateer Porsche race team that runs at Daytona.
They rebranded as Chip Hart Racing for the film.
When you keep that ecosystem intact, the camera captures behavior. No actor can invent that. And when the film's car actually runs in real 24 hours Daytona, the footage carries real fear, real pressure, real physics.
Their team were able to provide support for us while shooting. And they actually drove our car in the real Daytona 24 Hours.
There was a car that wasn't part of production in the Chip Hart livery, actually on track racing.
To see that livery on the track at Daytona was pretty surreal.
You can feel that energy leaking into every frame. When the real driver hands the car off to a fictional one, it becomes more than a cameo. It becomes passing the torch.
Pat gets to play himself in the film, so when you see the GT3R pull in, Pat actually hands it off to Sonny Hayes.
Casting Pat Long as the co-driver was the sort of thing that makes this film special. Having a cameo was just a big gift.
Without Porsche, we wouldn't have had access to the cars, providing the training, all of that has been really incredible.
Porsche's involvement isn't branding. It's infrastructure, it's engineering, philosophy, precision, and every level.
We've had a wonderful relationship with them, and they were very instrumental in our Daytona race.
Being able to be there and help celebrate motorsport is something Porsche always wants to do.
The film respects the sport the way the sport respects itself. The audience feels it. That's the difference. Because this isn't just a racing sequence. It's a fusion of hardware, software, and human instinct. That's the formula of real cinematic immersion.
As partners, we're very proud to be part of that story.
This movie is going to break down barriers of how we bring motorsport to life.
If you enjoyed this breakdown, please subscribe, comment, and tell me which film you'd like me to analyze next. Till next time.